Hey guys, in this video I want to go over a little bit more optimal position for the shoulders in plank. Right, so the idea of shoulders in plank is we're trying to find this 90-degree angle in the shoulders. Right? Why? Because it's a nice power position and we're stacking joints, protecting the joints. There's a little bit of a flaw in there, or a little bit that we can kind of refine and make a little bit more optimal for the shoulder. And what that is, I'll shut up for plank. So normally we teach it, right? Wrists under shoulders. So we find our plank, wrists under shoulders, shoulder blades pull away from each other, hands press down. Right? The more ideal or more optimal position for the shoulder is actually to take the hands forward about 4 to 6 inches. Press down through the hands, pull the shoulder blades away from each other. Now we have to use more core to maintain this position, but what we're doing is we're trying to match the angle of the arm with the angle of the leg. So when I'm here, right, wrists under shoulders versus when I'm here. Trying to match the angle of the arm with the angle of the leg. Same thing in dolphin plank, forearm plank, right? We normally do it elbows underneath shoulders. Not as big of a deal because the angle of the body is not as sharp, but try it with the elbows a little more forward. And the reason for it, the reason why to shift the hands forward, we're trying to go for this shape, right? But the angle of the body is going up. So that means when my wrists are underneath my shoulders and I'm here, I'm not matching the same angle. I'm not finding this. I'm more finding this, right? Because my angle of my arm is not here. My angle here of the body is straight up and down. My arm is here. But when my angle of my body changes, I'm actually more here. I'm more down. And if I'm trying to push something heavy, I'm not going to go at it and press down, right? I'm going to get under it and I'm going to either press straight or I'm going to go up, right? It's a better, stronger position for the shoulders, the chest, and it's a more optimal position for the shoulder and the joint. We're getting it more of closer to a truer 90-degree angle. Now I'm not going to get a protractor out. I'm not going to try to find what is the perfect angle. I'm just trying to get it closer, right? So when I take plank, right, I'm not here. I'm going to take my hands 4 to 6 inches forward, pull my thumbs towards each other, press into my hands, draw my heart slightly through, lower belly in and up, squeeze the quads, engage the glutes. And another benefit of this actually, especially in vinyasa where we're heavy on the wrist, it gives your wrist just a little bit of a reprieve, right? If we're constantly here, right, it's a lot of jamming, a lot of compression in the front of the wrist, where when we're here, it's just a little bit easier. And then we shift forward for chaturanga. That's how I teach it now. I'm not going to say you're going to die if you keep the wrists underneath the shoulders. I'm not going to say you're going to get shoulder issues because your wrists are under shoulders. But what I know is we're getting more of a 90-degree, closer to a 90-degree angle by matching the angle of the body with the angle of the arm versus with our wrists underneath our shoulders. And we're also getting a little bit of a break on the wrists. Okay? Try it out. Another benefit before I go is you actually have to use more core, right? Because when we're here, we have more into the wrists. When we're here, we have more that we have to support with the core. So a lot of benefits. Healthier shoulders, potentially, stronger core, and just like I said, it's nice on the wrist. It's a little bit easier on the wrist, but we're trying to get a little bit closer towards that 90-degree angle, or maybe even a little bit more forward versus down here, because I'm not trying to push anything heavy down. I'm trying to get below it, if anything. Okay? Try it out. Let me know what you think. Namaste.